Hello, everyone, and welcome to today's deep dive. I'm your host, and we have a really fascinating, pretty profound topic lined up for you today.
Hi there, I'm the resident expert here, and yeah, I am super excited to dig into this one.
Same here. So today we are looking at a single, highly intimate source text. It's a journal entry simply titled Talking About Jesus.
Right, and our mission today is to really examine the vivid imagery and, the thematic structures of total spiritual reinvention that are detailed in this heartfelt prayer of gratitude.
Exactly. And regardless of your own personal background, the text just reads like this incredibly raw account of radical transformation.
It definitely does.
Because usually when you decide it's time for a major life change, there's a very specific playbook we follow. You set a goal, download a habit tracker.
Right, you get to work hacking your own psychology.
Exactly. But this text throws that entire DIY improvement framework out the window. It's a blueprint for spiritual reinvention where you essentially have to, well, fire yourself as the project
You
manager.
really do.
So how exactly does the author describe this journey from being completely lost to being made new?
Well, they do it by leaning into a very physical, very ancient metaphor. The author contrasts their past self with a master potter.
A master potter, okay.
Yeah, and they describe their starting point super vividly as dirty clay. Like they say they were weak, broken, and just covered with the stains of their own sin.
Wow, that's heavy.
It is. But then the potter steps in, using what they call patient love and gentle strength to actually mold them.
Okay, let's unpack this a bit, because when I hear about molding broken clay, my mind immediately goes to kintsugi.
Oh yeah, the Japanese art form.
Right, where they repair broken pottery with actual gold lacquer. It makes me wonder, does this text suggest the author's flaws are completely erased, or are they, intentionally repurposed?
I mean, it's remarkably similar to kintsugi, actually. The author doesn't just say the potter ignores the broken places.
They don't.
No, they explicitly state that the potter never wastes the broken places. In kintsugi, the gold lacquer actually makes the broken veins the strongest part of the bowl.
Oh, right, it highlights them.
Exactly. And the text argues that unearned grace acts just like that gold. It binds the mistakes together so they become the focal point of the masterpiece, not just some blemish that gets magically swept away.
That makes perfect sense, especially since they actually call the shaping process slow, and they admit that sometimes it is painful.
Yeah, very painful.
Right. And if the process is that slow and painful, it kind of begs the question of who is actually sitting at the pottery wheel doing the shaping.
Well, according to the author, absolutely none of it is their own doing. I mean, they insist, and I quote, "Every part of this transformation is your work, not mine."
Wait, really? They take zero credit.
Zero. The transition from being a sinner to a saint is entirely attributed to unearned grace and mercy. They state point blank that they could never have changed themselves.
I have to admit, I struggle with that a little bit, or at least I want to push back using a modern lens here.
Sure, go ahead.
In today's hustle culture, you are constantly told that you have to put in the work to improve yourself. It's all willpower, grit, 10-step morning routines.
Oh, absolutely.
But this text completely flips that script. It demands total surrender instead of self-help.
It does, but think about how exhausting constant personal striving can actually be. I mean, this text replaces that exhaustion with yielding to a higher power.
Which is radically different.
Right, it requires a profound level of humility. The author is actively replacing pride in their own strength with a desire to just be a testimony to the potter's grace.
I see.
So it offers you a distinct worldview where it's not about achieving perfection on your own, it's about trusting the hands that are molding you.
So what does this all mean in the end? Because the author's ultimate hope isn't just to, sit on a shelf as a finished piece of pottery, right?
No, not at all. They want their remade life to point others toward that exact same mercy that transformed them.
Like a ripple effect.
Exactly. The masterpiece isn't meant to be hidden away. Its purpose is to reflect the skill and the love of the one who shaped it.
Which brings us right back to that idea of throwing out the modern self-improvement playbook. I mean, it leaves you wondering something pretty profound to mull over.
Yeah.
If the most profound transformations actually require us to completely surrender our own agency, what broken pieces of your life are you holding on to too tightly to ever let be beautifully reshaped?